let's do some wood finishing series from Maker's Mark. Of course, if you're paying attention, you 100% know that Maker's Mark just put out their most recent wood finishing series, and I'm a big fan of Maker's Mark's wood finishing, if starting all the way back to the days of Maker's 46 when it first came out, and the cask strength that I've got from the gift store that's got a little square white label on it instead of a real label. But anyways, I'm a part of the Whiskey Drop group, which if you're in certain states you can do. I don't know if they've got any more spaces open. If they do, you should go give it a shot because you could at least get a cellar aged at the end of the year. But they shared with us the Keepers release this time, the 2025 Keepers release. This is, part of their series. It's a 6 to 7-ish year old, about 109.2 proof. It's supposed to be $75 at MSRP. I would expect if this is going to be as limited as some of these things are, that it'll end up being higher on the shelf in a lot of places unless you're in a control state. And if you're in a control state and you see this for $75, probably worth picking up. All right. Don't know where secondary settles on it. Don't care. Nobody should buy that shit. Let's get back into the real marketplace. We tasted this 3 different times. Over 3 different days with 3 different sets of glassware. And the first time through, the nose on it was caramel and smoke and oak. And I got some on my hand whenever I was pouring this because sometimes you're clumsy like that. And it smelled like a straight up gingerbread cookie on my hand, which was pretty nice, even though it's tornadic conditions outside. Gingerbread is wintertime and it's not wintertime anymore, but I don't know, it's Kentucky. Wait 10 minutes, it might be wintertime again. The palate on it was burnt orange peel, nut bitterness, and cinnamon. The finish, there was smoke that kind of came back into play in a barbecue kind of way, and then some dark sugar, some cinnamon spice, but not necessarily like the full cinnamon flavor that exists. The second time through, the nose gave me burnt marshmallow and caramel. Could be the toasted barrel. Toasted barrel sometimes gives burnt marshmallow for me. The palate on it was less sweet than the nose was, and there was a little bit of like dusty, bitterish chocolate. The finish was toasted cinnamon creme brulee. Sounds good. The nose the third time was brulee and age, right? So, we're going beyond 7 years potentially at this point because Maker's is traditionally 6 or 7 years old, and then they're going to finish it after that with these tin staves and put it in their cellar on the side of a hill so it's not a cave because that's against the law in the state of Kentucky for some dumbass reason, but it is what it is. But the palate on it was sweet with a subtle cinnamon to it. Maybe that gingerbread cookie was coming back. I'm not really sure. And then the finish was smoke and spice with a little bit of savory and a little bit of sweet. Overall, really like it. I probably like the heart release from last year better, but if I were to put this up against maybe 23 or 24 cellar aged, it probably punches above its weight really, really quickly, and at $75, probably worth buying. I don't know that any of them beat the Lost Recipe, which I can't buy anywhere because we don't have a damn Costco near me, but my friend Tony shared a sample with me. Was it Tony? Nope. Chill Filtered. Chill Filtered shared the sample with me. We did those tasting notes a little while back. Buy a bottle.